There is a midrash that every child learns. But if we really think about it, it is devastating. Rashi says that during the plague of darkness, wicked Jews who did not want to leave Egypt died. Rashi on chamushim brings the view that only 1/5 of Israel left Egypt. That means 80% did not make it out. Now imagine Datan and Aviram hearing that, or not even hearing that, experiencing that. Imagine 4 out of 5 people die, seeing that, surviving that. Suddenly, their accusation becomes much more intense. It is no longer only Pharaoh is making the slavery worse. It becomes this Geulah itself came with enormous Jewish loss. I have not found a Chazal that says Datan and Aviram explicitly made this argument. But reading their words across the Torah, one can suggest that they may have felt a Geulah that costs so many Jewish lives. Is that really Geulah? Could it not have come in a softer way? Could Hashem not redeem everyone more gently? This does not make them right, but it makes their rebellion more psychologically and spiritually serious. They are not simply nostalgic for Egypt because they like slavery. They may be unable to accept a redemption that includes judgment, selection, and people being left behind. This question was already asked by earlier sources. If wicked Jews died during darkness, why did Datan and Aviram survive? One answer is that they had not fully despaired of redemption. Another approach says they had a merit from sharing the suffering of the Jewish people, perhaps as officers who absorbed blows on behalf of Israel. Either way, they survive because they are not exactly the same as those who completely refuse to leave. That makes them even more complex. They believed enough to survive. They suffered enough to have merit, but they did not trust enough to accept the harshness of the process. Their position may have been, we're not against redemption. We're against this kind of redemption, a redemption through plague, death, desert, and hierarchy. And this is where their complaint becomes dangerous. A question about compassion becomes a veto against Hashem's process. A pain over Jewish losses becomes an argument that Egypt was preferable. Datan and Aviram may represent the person who wants Geulah, but not if it includes birur, a selection process. Not if it includes judgment. Not if it reveals that some people inwardly chose Egypt and cannot be dragged to Sinai. Now we can understand why Korach was the perfect partner for them. Datan and Aviram brought the pain. Korach gave the pain an ideology. Let's get into that in our next video.